Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very brief webinar on Horizon Europe's Cluster 3, Civil Security for Society, and the next and last work program, 26-27. It'll be around 15 minutes all in all. So topic details, etc., will not be given here. You'll have to look into that. I'll give you some info on the info days coming up, so you can hear the Commission explain around each topic. But I'll give you an overview so you know what's kind of going on. Let me just get the housekeeping rules, if I can get the slides to change. Yeah. We're recording the webinar, so other people can look at it later if they want to. Your microphones are muted and your cameras are off. You can use the Q&A function to ask questions, but you can also email me after the webinar if you have any questions, and I'll be happy to try and answer them. My email is coming up at the end. If you have any technical comments, please use the chat. My colleague Emma is by me and will try and sort them out. And a copy of the presentation will be sent to you, so no need to take any screenshots, etc. Great. So the agenda, just a short introduction to Cluster 3, sort of overall. What are we dealing with? Some of the peculiarities about Cluster 3. And then I'll look into the destinations and the calls for 26-27. And in the end, you'll get a little bit of extra info. Yeah. So a very short introduction to Cluster 3. We are dealing with civil security for society. We have 3 areas of intervention. The first deals with making sure that societies are as disaster resilient as possible. That's both man-made and natural disasters. We have a second intervention area about protection and security. So stuff like border management and securing us from by various criminal activities, terrorist activities, hybrid threats, and attacks to critical infrastructure. So lots of interesting stuff there. And then the third area of intervention is cybersecurity. There are a couple of things that are sort of peculiar to Cluster 3. First of all, we have quite a lot of open topics, meaning we still have, of course, a topic headline, we have expected outcomes, etc. But the other remaining parts are much less prescriptive than in regular topics in this part of Horizon Europe. So that's interesting. You also note that in many topics, sort of real inclusion of end users, so like security practitioners, emergency responders, those kinds of agencies, authorities, and users is kind of a de facto requirement, which makes sense. We make sure that the results of these projects are actually applicable to real life situations. Also, just be aware that for Cluster 3, as for Cluster 4 on digitalization, there are some topics that exclude participation of non-EU or EEA partners, or EU partners that are controlled partly or wholly by entities outside. It's clearly marked in the topic text, but just be aware. And also for this, it's kind of special that the part on cybersecurity is actually formulated and also implemented, not by, so to speak, us in the regular program committee, but by the European Cybersecurity Competence Center. I just wanted to mention it. Doesn't really have a bearing on the topics, but it's when you read the work program, it's slightly confusing because the topics on cybersecurity are actually found in the end of the program. Just to mention it. All right. A quick look at deadlines. There is a deadline particular for cybersecurity topics, both in 26 and 27. And for all other remaining calls, there is one deadline for each year. So the first calls open on the 6th of May next year and close on the 5th of November. And you see the budgets here, so you have a taste of that. And let's just dive right into it. I'm not going to go through this. I just wanted to show them to you, and then you have kind of an overview. This is one of the bigger destinations about protecting the EU and its citizens against crime and terrorism. So you see we have both EAS and RIAS, so research and innovation actions, and also innovation actions. And as you also see, the number of projects that the Commission expects is sort of limited. This is the same destination, but for 27. I have noted budgets, etc., but just to give you an overview of the topic headlines. The next destination on border management, which may also be of interest. We have 2 innovation actions and a coordination and support action, and also a limited number of projects. And this is the same destination, but for the 3 topics that will open in 27. So you have those there as well. The next destination on resilient infrastructure may also be interesting. We have 2 innovation actions and 1 research and innovation action, and you have the budgets and budgets per project and the expected number of projects here. And we have 2 topics opening on the same destination in 27 that are also worth noticing. Yeah. The next destination on disaster resilient society for Europe. We have some interesting stuff here. Only one research and innovation action. The rest are innovation actions, but you see here, for instance, one of the open topics on driving innovation uptake of disaster risk solutions that might be interesting to you. So have a look. And also just to mention that for this destination, international cooperation with parties from outside the EU and EEA and associated countries is strongly recommended. You can read more about that in the topic texts. These are the 4 topics opening on the same destination in 27. Yeah. And we have the next destination called Strengthen Security Research and Innovation. Also, again, an open topic. There's a public procurement topic, which may be of interest to you as well. And this is the same destination with 3 topics opening in 27. And let's go to cybersecurity again, which you will find in the bottom of the work program. We have 3 topics opening in 26 with quite a lot of projects expected. And we have, again, 4 topics opening in 27 that might also be of interest to have a look at. And with regards to info days, I've been told that it will be on the 4th of March next year, but it is still not confirmed on the Commission's web page, but I expect it will be. So the 4th of March will be a good day to join and get a Commission sort of, they'll do a deep dive on each of these goals and topics, so you'll have a better understanding of what's going on. And we also have a recording of the latest Info Day, which we have a link to in the slides, which may be of interest as well, since many of the themes are obviously recurring from the 25 work program. I wanted to mention here that we don't have a reference group for this cluster, but we are blessed with 4 national experts that help me and my colleagues have a look at work programs during their development, etc., that are also maybe of interest to you. I have their names and organizations written here. So that's for sort of all around cluster 3. And I also wanted to mention that if you are in particular interested in funding for cybersecurity, the Danish Cybersecurity Coordination Center, that's two other ministries and us, so to speak, have a Danish network of stakeholders that are particularly interested in EU funding across programs for this. So if you are not already a part of that group and would like to, then use the link in the slides and apply for membership. We'll have, I expect, a meeting in January or February to be confirmed, where you'll get some more information from the other programs as well that might be relevant to you. Finally, just a quick word about who we are. In the agency, you know us, some of you as Eurocenter. I'm the NCP for this cluster 3, and also for widening and ERA, which we'll get into in a few minutes. And also, I'm the policy coordinator, so to speak, across the entire work program and the sort of more principled stuff that's going on during implementation. And we have, of course, a number of services and a really cool LinkedIn profile that you should follow, so you get the latest info from us. And we have on the slides also just an overview of who we are with all our areas of expertise and our emails that you are always welcome to use. So that's the briefest webinar of these days of webinars on Horizon Europe work programs, and you will have the slides afterwards to have a sort of overview of what might be relevant to you and to have a look at. And don't hesitate to let me know if you have questions. That's it. Thanks, guys. See you.